culture with DJs in painting, graffiti art are expressed every day within the inner cities of America and the world. You are not doing hip-hop, you are hip-hop.
All right. Now, you all know that Gwendolyn has been doing some Swedish death cleaning the past couple of, she's at this point, months, right? We've been doing some Swedish death cleaning these past couple of months because I'm at a place of, I don't need all this stuff in my house. Sometimes I literally wake up and if I could, I would throw the whole house away. I know, crazy, right? But in the midst of doing that cleaning, there is something else that I believe we should take a look at. And I know that it is the fourth month of the year. Man, already? Right, it's April. So this is a great time to get stuff together and clean up. And so I'm going to read for you a quick little excerpt from one of my favorite books, Black Sheep, right? And it talks about black sheep values because these are the values that are really you. You know, the wool from a black sheep cannot be dyed. It is what it is, right? So when we talk about your black sheep values, these are your core values, hands down. So I'm just going to start with this one little part, and then we are going to jump right into the conversation because I got a funny feeling this is going to go just a little bit. I'm just saying. So I read this and I was like, oh, make sure your relationships are worth the investment. Okay. Now I'm gonna let y'all sit with that and I'm come right back. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. It's Friday. And I am Gwendolyn, G.R. Houston Jack. You are watching Guuuuurl Listen. And we are streaming to LinkedIn and YouTube. And if you are watching on YouTube right here, right now, or in the replay, I'm cordially inviting you to like this video, share this video if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And you know what? Just the other day, a dear associate reminded me that I'm not doing my job in discussing all the places where I can be found. And so here's a reminder that Guuuuurl Listen is not only available on YouTube and YouTube Music, but we're on Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and you can catch the replay on 𝐼𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. So we're all over the place. If you want to check us out while you're driving, doing your walk, find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. And if you're sitting down somewhere, you can watch us on 𝐼𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. So we're everywhere. Can you believe it? What? Oh, and let me not forget, it is that Fire Fridays. Yes. You know, it just dawned on me that season 4 is opening. Season 4 of Ladies Listen Up is opening tonight. It is 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. What? It's going to be a good one too. Remind me before I leave to play a, how do I want to say it? Do I want to do like a coming soon? Is that what I want to do? I guess I want to do like a coming soon shot, right? Like a little clip. Because everybody likes to have a little clip. At least I think they do. I could be wrong. Could I be wrong? I could be wrong. All right. Well, I'll remind myself before we get too far into it to do a little sneak peek of what's coming up. Because, I mean, I can't believe it's been 4 seasons already. Man, a sister has been working. What? So yes, last week we did a season 3 recap on Indie Suit Media. So we start here at 4 o'clock Central, and then we mosey on over to Indie Suit Media to watch a replay of Guuuuurl Listen, and then also watch a brand new episode of Ladies Listen Up. And this is where some of this comes from yes and no. Like, we're not talking relationships yet over there, although that is very much needs to be discussed. But we're talking relationships in terms of cleaning, because a lot of us make these assumptions, and to a certain degree it's overrated. And I'm going to blame media and TV and the stories, the lies that we tell ourselves. I'm going to blame that, because people talk about, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, completely forgetting that just because somebody is related to you or you guys are sharing DNA does not mean that you get this automatic, amazing relationship. Relationships are still work. And so today's topic is, are those relationships worth it? Now, somebody's going to say, oh my God, Gwendolyn, that's so negative. Look, we got to start being real with ourselves. We are past the place of pretending like just because we're related, you get to do whatever and say whatever. Those days are over. They're over. Ain't nobody doing that anymore, right? We not doing it. Let me say this again. Make sure your relationships are worth the investment. Now, I'm going to read a quick paragraph, and I don't want to read, well, it's like 3 sentences. So I'm going to read this fairly quickly. I'm going to just sort of pick and choose here, but the entire chapter is amazing. But hear me clearly. Do your people encourage you? Are they going where you are going? Okay. Are they part of what you want to achieve, or are they holding you back? If every interaction with someone is filled with drama and challenges, my advice is to let them go. One of the most difficult lessons a great leader will learn is that sometimes the people who got you to where you are not the people to take you where you want to go. Ooh, man. Look, listen. Some of us are holding on to dead weight, and it's just literally holding us back. And it's time for us to get past it. It is time. Okay? It is time. So we're going to have this conversation. Now, this is just part 1, because we can't do all of it in the time that I have. Just part 1. But let me start with this. Let's start with family first, because people, again, there is this night. It's going to sound wonky when I say it, but there is this slight infatuation with family, and we're blood. And so because we're blood relatives, this should be happening. Cut it out. I mean, we all know that some of our blood relatives, they're garbage. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and call a spade, right? Some of us didn't get great fathers, mothers, grandfathers, aunties, uncles, all of these cousins, sisters, brothers. We didn't get it. We know that. We've seen the stories. That's why there's an ID channel, because somebody didn't get that gene. Just because you share blood with somebody does not mean that you have this inherited amazing relationship. That's not it. You know, relationships are work. Every single one. That includes your family. Okay? Now, as a kid, as a wee one, you're trying to figure it all out, right? You're trying to figure out this, trying to figure out that. So your parents, whoever your caregiver is, whoever your caregiver is, they have an influence on you. And then there is a certain point in the process where you come into your own. And now you and XYZ, cousin, brother, whatever, you're like, I don't understand why we just can't see eye to eye. Like, why are we always fighting? Why is this? Because relationships, every single one of them requires work. It's work. Okay. Now you do get a slight pass as a child for some things, some. I do believe that some kids know exactly what they're doing when they are hurting other children. I do believe that. So there is a slight pass when you're a child for some behaviors, but as you get older, you know better, right? Like, you know better. And I understand that it's images like this, where it's the mother, the father, the two kids, and the half of a dog. You're like, yes, I want that. And why can't I have that? And you know what these pictures don't show you? They don't show you the work that goes into that. Because that's a moment in time. That's the beauty of photography. It captures a moment in time. It doesn't always tell the full story. It tells part of the story, just part of it. And when it comes to relationships, and I mean every single one, your family, your friends, your colleagues, associates, strangers off the street, all of those relationships require work. And you have to ask yourself, who am I surrounded by? Now, I'm looking at this man's words here, and I'm thinking, You know, let me share a few more sentences, right? And this is Black Sheep. I have talked about this for years, almost 5 at this point. So if you've seen me in the social interwebs, you have seen me talk about this book by Brant Mantoir. Let me read this one more time. Okay. A challenging and potentially painful process of pruning the relationships in your life follows this realization. You might need to redistribute your time to those who are headed in the direction of your ultimate goals. When you look at what and who is guiding you, think about both your Black Sheep values and your inner circle. Make sure that your relationships with both are real and worth the investment. I don't care that we're related. If you were about drama and dragging me down, that's dead weight that I don't need to be dealing with. And we all have. I really shouldn't say we all have it, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. We have family and friends who do that. They are dramatic, and it can sometimes be timely when their drama shows up. Things are going well, and all of a sudden, here comes Sally Sue and her BS, and she's bringing everybody down, and woe is me, and why can't we do this, and yada yada yada. And it's just like every time you come over here, when everyone else is celebrating something, you have to make the time about you. Every time. There's a certain point where you're just like, why are we doing this? I know that we're related, but that does not give you open access to me and my time, my energy, my emotions. You got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth the investment? Now, let's talk about these friends, because some of us have friends, and I will tell you, I use the friend label sparingly. I'm a Virgo, okay? I'm a Virgo. So everybody, coming from the 70s kid that I am, everybody's not your friend. First, foremost, always, period. Everyone is not your friends. You should not, and I know I'm saying should, so yes, I am putting my beliefs on you. Yes, I am. You should not openly pass out that label. People need to earn that position in your life. There are tons of associates, colleagues, counterparts, fellow whomever, strangers off the street, a person I met the other day, someone I interacted with. Everybody gets a box in my world. You get a box. You getting out of that box is slim to none, but you get a box. But it can't happen. There are people who have been in my life who have been such great friends. They are now family, because family is more than blood. Now, I've seen some young people out here who are like, family don't do this for you. Family don't do that for you. I don't want. That's going to be next week. We're going to talk about that too. Okay. So I'm not going to go there today. Next week. Family and friends. These are titles. These are labels that we give. And I understand that in the scientific world, that we have DNA, then we are family. But at the end of the day, just because we share blood does not mean we are family. Okay? Does not mean that. Not at all. It ain't mean we don't even have to be friends if we are related. You have to really consider who you have in your circle and who you are allowing access to you. You got to think about that. So people often think, well, I've been friends with so-and-so from XYZ years, and doesn't mean you have to stay there. You know, we are always evolving. And again, in a relationship, you may outgrow somebody. But today's conversation is not just about the term family and friends and who gets to earn that. This is about the investment in that relationship. I am not telling anybody to cut off your family members. Have I done that? Yes, I have. I have done that. So I'm not telling you that. I'm not a counselor. I am sharing with you my personal experience of what I've had to deal with and just how fast I do it. Now, people joke about Virgos. I know. They're like, Virgos won't tell you. They'll just cut you off. I like to do both. If I have the patience to talk to you, then I will tell you we are done. That means I have a lot of patience. If I don't have the patience, yes, I just don't bother. Because me not talking to you should be telling you I'm not talking to you. So that is it. But I have stopped. A few years back, I stopped. I looked at my relationships and said, why am I putting so much time into people who have put no time into me? And I know you're saying, okay, are you looking for... I tell people, myself included, that any relationship should be reciprocal. That's it. I'm not riding someone's coattails. I'm not asking you to match my energy because I tend to go all out, right? Gwendolyn's going to do all the things. I'm not asking that from people who are in my circle, who are my friends, who are my family. However, the relationship must be reciprocal. Are they going in the same direction I'm going? Or are you bringing chaos and drama? I don't need chaos and drama. I don't need people who want to call me just so I can hear their problems for an hour and a half and never ask me how I'm doing. I don't need that. I don't need that. Who needs that? I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist. Now, I have an ear, but you got 15 minutes. Figure your shit out and keep it moving. But I will listen to you. Okay, let me go back. If you really are a friend, I will give you the time that you need because I am empathetic. So let me just not give myself that kind of image. But when I say that I do cut people off because I don't want to keep hearing their drama, it is that there are people who are emotionally draining. They are emotional vampires. They only come around when they want to dump on you or want you to listen to their problems. They don't do anything else. And you ask yourself, how many times do I have to give time to this person and their emotional BS? Ask yourself that question. If there is never a point in time where you are ever happy for me or cheering me on or riding out in the back in the bleachers and cheering, like if there's never that from you, why are we here? If everything is, oh, that's not going to work. I don't know why you're doing that. I don't know why you're doing that. Or, well, I did this and this happened and I did that. And oh, that's what I did too. And there's a balancing act to relationships. It's got to be reciprocal. And there are some people who don't get that. They don't understand how that works. So when I talk about look at your relationships and figure out who's around you, it goes back to this. What are your core values? What do you stand for? Now, everybody likes a little tea, as in like tea, not tea, but the tea. I'm good for 15 minutes. You know, like I said, I used to hang around the water cooler. I was also extremely clueless. They're like, you didn't know that so-and-so was cheating with so-and-so? It's like, I had no idea. I'm here to work, make my money, and go home. You didn't know that? How do you not see that? Because I'm not looking. I'm not paying attention. It's not where I thrive. Right? So you get a little bit of this and you keep it moving. But if that's all you do, if everything you do is to talk bad about somebody, make fun of someone else, it's just, birds of a feather flock together, do they not? Right? Isn't that how that works? Think about your core values. Think about what you stand for and who your top 5 people are. Your top 5 people you surround yourself with, they typically reflect you. So if you are riding around with some people who are broke, and I don't mean monetarily, I mean morally broke. No character, no integrity, no morals, morally broke people. So some broke bitches, then yeah, you probably in the same boat. If you get around good people, it is so funny how things change, right? Because people who never see the positive, who always see how something's not going to work, nothing ever works for them. Why would you be around those people? Nothing ever works for you. Something's always wrong. Something's always happening. Ain't nobody got time for that. It is taxing, emotionally and physically taxing. I don't have time for that. I know that much. I don't have time for that stuff. Those people, I cannot be around them. Which is why there are some cousins I just do not deal with. Because I can't. It's like, I cannot. I will not. And when I say can't hear, that is, I refuse to waste my time and my energy and my space, my inner peace with somebody like that. Even if we share the same DNA, that is a no. You don't owe them nothing. That's next week, but I just want you to know where I'm coming from. But think about it. So I want to do this as I allude to next week's topic, because this is a two-parter. It is a two-parter. It has to be. Like, we're not going to ever cover this in one thing, but today is look at your core values. Look at your top 5 people. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who? And as they mentioned here, are they going the same direction you're going? Because they may not. You can very well outgrow people. It happens. As you're evolving, it will be great if the people that you were with are evolving with you. But sometimes that don't happen. It don't happen. It's not a bad thing. But think about the investment. Think about the time, the inner peace, the emotional component. Think about that. And while you think about that, I also invite you all to join the email list at grhjack.com. I do 1, sometimes 2 emails a month, but it's sharing information such as this, topics about you and focusing on you. I think it's great talking about everybody else, but we got to take care of us first, take care of home. And then there's a couple of cool other things like events and things that are happening. That's in there too. But you should get on the list because I don't know. The world's looking kind of funny out here. And God forbid if they remove us from the interwebs, we still want to be able to connect with each other. And let me do some other shout outs because again, when I talk about the stuff that means a lot to me, it is this, like you all know that my glasses are from Glitz Optical because hello, I absolutely love small business owners who are making the biggest change in their community. GlitzOpticalOnline.com. You can go there and schedule a risk-free consultation. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they are now offering free eye exams with the purchase of a pair of glasses. What? Trying to tell you. And let me also talk about my dear friends from the conference call.
Hello, and this is the recap show. My name is Chris Edwards, and I'm here with my other two co-hosts.
I'm Ronald.
TJ.
Yeah, and we do a recap show every week for Drag Race. We'd love for you to like our videos, subscribe, and to hit the notification button so you can get notified every time we drop new videos. Every week we bring you lots of fun commentary and our take on what Drag Race is. So just keep it locked here on the conference call every week. We drop new videos every Monday at noon. See you guys then.
Bye.
Absolutely love their show. They are hilarious. So if you are a Drag Race fan, make sure you follow the conference call on YouTube. Oh, love, love, love. Okay, now I didn't want to forget about this because I know I was like, hey, make sure I do it. But let's get that sneak peek to tonight's season 4 opener. What does trying look like? Now, let me just give you my interpretation, because I'm with Master Yoda. You either gonna do this or you not gonna do it. There is no in between. Think about baking a cake. Do you kind of bake a cake, or do you bake the cake? Do you stop, get all the ingredients for your cake, mix it all up together, put it in for the required time, and get a cake? Or are we just throwing something in and tossing it in, and you're thinking like, okay, well, I guess 15 minutes or whatever. Is that what we're doing? Are you kind of going to work? It's either I'm going to get in my car and get dressed. Well, hopefully you should get just before you get in your car, but I'm going to get Yes, that is tonight. Tonight on Indie Soup Media, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Season 4 opener of Ladies Listen Up. Yes, it's going to be a good season because this season I have taken the coaching perspective in how I am leading the conversations. It's season 4. Like, come on now. Come on. You gotta start making some moves here. So you'll be seeing more of the educator in me in this season. So with that, I'm going to say this. Enjoy the weekend. Do what you have to do. Make sure that you are safe. I know the weather is kind of wonky right now because it's that time of the year. You know, when spring rolls around, that March, April, May is when it gets really, really fired up, and it has been crazy these past couple of weekends. Fingers crossed because I'm on the road. But we want to make sure that you are safe this weekend, that you take some time to enjoy yourself and your family. And we will do this all again next Friday. See you. Hey, it's G. Thank you for watching this episode of Guuuuurl Listen. Be sure to catch me every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And while you're here, I cordially invite you to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you all next week.